lecture starts. Selamlar. Nasılsınız?
Merhaba hocam. İyiyiz hocam. Siz nasılsınız?
Benden de iyilik. We have Salman.
Merhaba hocam.
Selam. There will be a guest today. He's a co-founder in a game company, and also he's working on monetization, and he's studying monetization in his master thesis also, as far as I know. So obviously he knows more about this part of game development, and he will talk about different strategies. I believe it's really beneficial for you also to talk with people from the industry, and at the end, I believe he will talk about the practices they use for monetization in their own company. So maybe if you are interested, you can ask questions during the presentation. That way it can be more beneficial, I guess. Okay, Zeynep also came in, and hello, Zeynep. Are your exams going to continue or are they finished?
Continue.
For how many?
They haven't. We don't get most of our exams yet.
Okay.
We only had one exam.
Okay.
Maths.
And by the end of this month, we will have you will be submitting your papers, but we can talk about this later. Our guest has arrived.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, that's fine. So we are doing in English or in Turkish?
Yeah, we have foreign students with us, and there will be other foreign students that will hear us later. So please, let's make it in English. And I'm letting you share your screen if you want.
Yeah, sure. Let me just find my earphones.
Okay.
The lights. I was just struggling with the Zoom. Let me share my screen. Which one is it?
It's in the bottom middle part.
Yeah, you know, I was just trying to find my.
You can choose desktop to share all of the things if you want.
Okay. Can you see it right now?
No. Oh, okay, it's coming. Okay.
Right?
Now we can see, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's perfect. Hello again, everyone. And thanks to Ona to inviting me to being a guest speaker today. I think that we are going.
I briefly describe what you're doing, but maybe could you start by introducing what you're doing and yourself as well?
Okay, great. So my name is Ibrahim Kaya. I'm the one of the co-founders of Suji Games. I don't know if you heard about Suji Games before. We are developing mobile games. We are around the business around 4 years right now. Before the beginning of this year, we have been developing the games, only the developing. We have been working with other publishers, such as other mobile publishers, such as Voodoo, Rolik, Good Job Games, and Supersonic, Koala, and the rest of it. But then in the beginning of this year, we decided to self-publish our own games. Being a studio that not only developed the games, but also published their own games. So with this ideology, we start growing, and it's kind of doing great right now. So the main topic is about the monetization strategies that we are using. And not only we are, but what are the commons in the industry. My expertise on mobile business, mobile gaming business. So all the insights and the information that I'm going to give is about mobile industry, but most of them can apply to other mediums as well, such as PC or console, if the platform allows it. Yeah, that's basically it. So the monetization is something that you the developers and the publishers most focus on, needs to focus on those stuffs about the monetization. If you have a content or a game that has a great content, that enough database to get monetized. There are different strategies, by the way. the well-known on the monetization methods that we are using in mobile is always starts from the paid games, that premium ones, which you just put a price tag on your game, you sell it directly to stores. It's typical the old way that everyone does it and everyone knows it, I guess. The second one is in-app purchasing, which mostly like selling goods on your games. It can be something consumable, non-consumable. It can be some sort of customization stuffs. Maybe as like Fortnite, maybe you want to sell a digital goods to customize your characters. And I will be going brief. I will do it briefly right now, but I will take a look at deeply in the later stage. And there are subscriptions, which is kind of old one in the industry, but kind of new to mobile gaming, because I think it's kind of the Apple started this kind of monetization model like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. So it's kind of a recent one, and it's also the maybe your content is more suitable for subscription games. And the final one is which is more popular currently is the in-game advertising. Maybe I know that most of you are playing mobile games, so you are seeing some sort of an ad and video ad that you can skip when you finish the level, or a rewarded video ad that provides you some sort of rewards. It can be something coins and second chance and new life, and it can be anything, or maybe just like let you try a feature that you will be you are willing to pay in the later stages. It can be anything, and also the well-known the banners that you can put pretty much everywhere on the top, left, right, down. If it's not interrupting the play side. And there's also another one, which is native ads that you can directly create some placements inside your game, instead of just like putting an interruptive one, like a video ad or rewarded ad, or maybe the banner one. Just as a real-time example, just like putting what is called putting an advertisement board inside your game, and just like put some sort of content in it. This is kind of pretty new feature that most of not the most, but some of the advertisers just provides to the publisher. But it is definitely something that if you want in the later stage, you can really test something in one of your games. So I would like to start from the paid games. Again, all the stuffs are only from mobile genre. If you want to focus paid games on the mobile, with Apple and Google current strategy, it's kind of going to be that in the near future. And this is the chart that I can find, by the way. It shows the life over life percentage of the paid app revenues over time. It was great when Apple first launched iPad. With iPad, actually, those kind of games became popular. Just like you put $1, $2 price tag or $5 price tags on it, then you try to sell as a traditional way. But currently, especially in 2020 and also 2019, paid games is dying. And with this information, we can clearly say that Apple Arcade is kind of moved from the Apple that saved the paid game developers, because in mobile gaming industry, the target audience is different. What I can say is like, maybe all of us are players. I have been playing games for 25 years. I have Steam account, and buying a Steam game from the store is not a problem for me. But think that the market in mobile is broad, is very huge, and the behavior of the mobile gamers is not similar to the Steam or the core game com gamers. So they are not willing to pay to buy an app or a game, because what they think is there are lots of free-to-play games in the mobile, and the visuals are great, the gameplays are great, and it also brings a lot of addiction to the player, and you can invest a lot of time on those games. So think that, like, but again, if you want to if you want to produce or develop a game, and then if you want to put it on the store and try selling it, it's kind of tough in these days in the mobile market, but it doesn't mean that you don't need to try. As I told you, there are several different business models there, and you can directly contact with the Apple to maybe get an Apple Arcade license. In this way, you don't need to sell your game. Apple just provides some sort of money to the developers. It's kind of that you are selling your game through Apple instead of the customers directly. And also Google has also similar product here, which called Google Play Pass. It's Google Play Pass. And the business model of it, the Google Play Pass is kind of different than the Apple Arcade. In Apple Arcade, Apple directly pays the amount of the game that you are making to the developer. But Play Pass is something like Netflix. There is a pool for all the contents, and Google just tracks the amount that your players spend on your game, and according to that, they have a lot of calculations and all the stuff, fancy stuffs and metrics. They're just like at the end of every month, they're just paying the exact amount that your game makes for their audience. This is something that if you want to develop, if you don't want to focus on in-app purchasing or the in-game advertising, because those Apple and Google doesn't allow you to put any advertisement on those kind of games, and in-app purchasing free. You are not allowed to do any of them. So this is the paid games, and this is the most known and easy to track. Before going to others, in-app purchasing, subscription, and in-game advertising, I would like to just take a deep look the player life cycle in mobile industry. So it's pretty much everything. So the life cycle starts from the acquisition. Okay, from acquisition, there's two ways. Which is the churn. A player can churn immediately because they are not willing to like your game, or retent. Retention is I think you already know that the metric that imagine that 100 people downloaded your game today, and how many of them will come tomorrow, and this continuously goes. After retention, and engagement phase comes. Well, what does that mean? Like people who are willing to buy an in-app purchasing from your game needs to invest some sort of time because there are different aspects on it. For example, it can be something social aspect that maybe a group of friends are playing a specific game and they are really powerful there, and you are just like starting right away and you want to be that level as soon as possible. It's something that competition one. It doesn't mean to your friend array or your friend zone not playing the game, but you are really you have that feeling about the competition and you want to be the best one. And it can be something like maybe you don't really care about those stuffs, but what you want what you care is having the fancy hat from the game, or maybe having the fancy dress or something. It really depends on the player type. Maybe Onat just shows you or told you about any player behaviors before, or maybe other your lessons. There are different several player types, but if you really want to focus on in-app purchasing, you really focus on the engagement rate here, because if your engagement, if your audience engagement is higher, it means that you have some contents that make monetizable, you know.
Can I add something? Sorry.
Yeah.
We have, like you said, talked about player types, but different categorizations were made,
Yeah.
and I chose the four-way, I guess, categorization, which is explorer and achiever, etc. So, and you know,
explorer, achiever,
there's a grid which I mean, there's a grid, and two of those types prefer interacting, and two of those prefer acting, and two prefer engaging with the world, and two prefer engaging with the players. Basically, killer.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely right. I was just like, defining to those types is it starts with the 4 different types, but every one of them has a different legs and different ways inside them. But just like I was just want to stick with to those types with monetization aspect, why they want to buy any kind of stuffs here, or maybe just like why they want to watch ad to get 5 times more a coin, those kind of stuff. It can be something directly to the player behaviors. It's really it's really for that. And again, after engagement, you can pretty much monetize all of your game. And after monetization, the player life cycle starts over again. They can go churn, and they can stay there, and you can continue to monetize your game for that player. And again, with the engagement, your virality of the game grows at that point. You don't need to. You cannot expect going viral without having some sort of engagement. It's kind of like everyone knows that the Among Us right now. So I think it's there. The best practices and best example is Among Us that I can say it right now with the virality, because everyone was engaging. Maybe you know it. The game was there for 2 years and no one really cares about it. And being the right place at the right time just becomes the engagement. Now, after that, they just start monetizing the game. Maybe we have been checking it. When the first mobile version of the Among Us was on the store, there were no monetization. There were no in-app purchasing. There were no mobile advertising. They just stayed there for 2 weeks or something. As soon as they got the engagement, they started to monetize their games. Just one.
Sorry, do you think is it a good strategy to wait if you have an already existing in-app purchase system for your game already developed? Do you think it might be beneficial to wait a bit to people to engage? Or I mean, why? What was the reasoning behind adding in-app purchase later? What do you think?
Yeah, like in my opinion, and also the way that we are doing is we first mostly focusing on the gameplay. If the gameplay is addictive enough, it means that you have a content that you can monetize. You can always start thinking about the monetization strategies while you're developing the game, or maybe in the game design document. It's still nice to have, but at the end of the day, you will be testing a lot. You will be shifting your strategies too much, because monetization is really about knowing your target audience. For example, maybe your target is not it's not for in-app purchasing. Maybe you need to focus on the in-app advertisement, or maybe just you are monetizing your game with in-app with advertisements, but your target audience maybe wants some in-app purchasing on it, or both of them can work at the same time, or maybe subscription model. Maybe none of them just works. Maybe just putting some subscription model, something like weekly subscription, monthly subscription with extra content, or maybe just like battle pass, royal pass, with all those kind of monetization models are suitable for your audience, target audience. So I would go with the gameplay first. This is what we do right now. In our studio and in our game studio, we mostly focus on the gameplay first, then start thinking about the monetization. But again, we mostly focus on the advertisement monetization instead of in-app purchasing, because our business model is rely on the advertisements right now. But we have some sort of small percentage of in-app purchasing monetization model, which is just providing some sort of no ads to players to buy it. It doesn't mean that we are expecting any revenue from that. We put it there because most of the audience wants it. For example, we are getting a lot of comments that those kind of, they say that those idiots are really don't put any no ads option to buy it because they don't want to do it. Kind of bad reviews. So we don't want to get those bad reviews. So just we are putting no ads option to players that want to buy it. It's just putting an option. It doesn't take too much effort. For example, you can always say that. Imagine that you have a business model and your monetization strategy is about in-app purchasing, and there's one digital goods have like $1,000 with a huge power. Maybe no one going to buy it, but you can always find one. One Arab sheikh that are willing to buy those goods. So maybe they will expect them to have that power. Just maybe someone on your audience wants to have something that he has or he or she has that digital goods. It can be something. Those kind of things that you need to consider a lot while developing the games, and also from the beginning of the game, design document are also so. So I think we just stayed a little bit more. Just want to.
I just want to give the definition of churn. I'm not sure if I told them before. So the churn is a broad term in software businesses, actually. So it means, and it's not only limited to software as well. It can be used for banking applications or products as well. No, churn doesn't mean market hell, but churn basically means the amount of users that give up using your products, and churn rate is the ratio of the loss that you are having based on your total users. So I just wanted to point that out, and you can go on.
Yeah. As in-app purchasing, there are two types of in-app purchasing at the market right now. One is consumable, and the other one is non-consumable. Like consumable ones, an item that you buy and you use it, and it's immediately ends, and you need to buy it again over and over again. The non-consumable one, as the name shows, that it's something that you buy once and you always have that feature. Not for the gaming, but maybe you have a Photoshop app on an iPad, and you want to buy a brush, and you pay it, and that's it. It's yours. You don't need to even buy another ones. The consumable one, again, is as the picture shows, some sort of coin, can be some sort of coin packs that you buy and you spend it on your as a currency in your game, and you can buy it over and over again. And with these two, you always combine them. You can always stick with some sort of combination. I once saw I just once saw a strategy that you are buying a non-consumable in-app purchasing, which is doubles your other in-app purchasing that you buy. So you can always combine. Like for example, give me your $10 and have that double X for your in-app purchasing. And as soon as you buy, imagine a 30 pack of gems for $2, you are just like paying $2 and you are getting 60 package. So I just once saw. I don't know. We haven't tried, but this is something that you can go for it maybe in the future. Again, it's really depends on your target audience, and you have to gather a lot of data here to at least design your strategy. But if you have nothing, proven is always better than never. So you can just start with a game that has a similarity with your own, and you can start from there. After that, you need to adjust it. Even though they are the completely same games, maybe the target audience will be different.
By the way, the gold standard for what you just said is, in my opinion, Clash Royale. They are adjusting what they're selling in their stores based on the player itself.
Yeah.
And they are also, like you said, mixing consumable assets with non-consumables, and they're bundling them together and selling them. And they're even offering you one-time only campaigns, or the campaigns that you can buy later as well. So there are some limited time offers that you either buy or never see again, and there are some. And they are really great, actually. They give the best value. So they are honest about that, and they never show up again. So they are also honest about that. And the other bundles are the ones that's repetitively seen. And they basically, when you are focusing on a card in the game too much, they basically lets you more copies of that card in their bundles. So they adjust their bundles based on what you are doing in the game. Yeah.
And also, I also played a lot of Brawl Stars, maybe, with that game. And also the games from Supercell. I feel like they always adjusting it the same way. Like for example, once I have been matching against with one character, and maybe that character killed me a lot. Right now I don't remember the name of the character, but like as soon as I go back to the store, I saw that character is there, and I have a discount on that character. Yeah, it's something like that. They know that how many times I played and which character I died, I got killed by mostly, and they're just like offering me to buy that character. Maybe they know they think that when I buy this character and I feel like I'm more powerful because I have been beaten by that character a lot. Those kind of strategies that they are like they're adjusting the store a lot. Not only just like putting the gems there. And this is that you can always think about it. Yeah, again, it really, as I told you before, it really depends on your audience behavior. You really need to track that data to get best monetization model that you have. Again, I think it's kind of that. And then we have in-game advertising, which is like maybe you all got bored with the seeing interstitial on the games or rewarded videos, but it's really solid and really powerful monetization model currently. As I told you, you can put interstitial, rewarded, banner and native ads on your games. And again, those are great, and those are really easy to implement, and easy to implement, and especially easier than in-app purchasing, because on in-app purchasing, you cannot just like put a digital goods there and wait someone going to buy it. You have to adjust, as we told before. But in-game advertising, it's kind of, again, you need to track the data, because if you show a lot of ads in the first minute, maybe player will churn and they won't return to your game in the next day. So you need to track those kind of metrics. But again, they are really easy to spend, easy to implement, easy to put there. But like interstitial is easy. Like, for example, maybe you can say that every end of the level, I will show an interstitial after player wants to play another one. It's really easy. But what we do is we always check at what time our player shows an ad, and then we check the current time. If the current time if the last scene is like a 30 seconds ago, we fire another interstitial. If it's like if player just sees an interstitial or any ads like 10 seconds ago, we just block that ads and doesn't want to bother the player too much. Maybe you can also start thinking about it. Maybe you need to balance that metrics. Maybe instead of showing 10 ads in 1 minute, maybe you want to show 10 ads in 5 minutes. Maybe it will be more better. At the end of the time, you will be showing the same amount of ads, but you won't be losing your player. And I think there is a rewarded video here, which is more qualified than interstitial, I guess. Because what you can do is you can always combine your gameplay elements with the rewarded video. It can be anything that maybe player died at the moment, died at a place, and you can give a rewarded option to make the player watch. As soon as he just finishes the video, he just starts over again. Or maybe you can offer a rewarded video that rewards player a costume, or maybe any kind of feature, or it can be something boost. Maybe you can just combine rewarded video with interstitial. For example, let's say that there is an offer. If you want to, and says that if you want to watch a rewarded video right now, I will block all the interstitial videos for 5 minutes. It really depends on your strategy there. Maybe you don't want to bother the player with showing too much interstitial, and maybe if that player shows one rewarded video and it's enough for your game, you can give that option to the player, and I think they will love it. They will try it. It really depends on the genre, by the way. For example, I know that I have one really close friend who develops idle games. I don't know if you know if you have played any idle games before, but as he told me, he tried just putting this strategy there, just putting the rewarded video option to block the ads for 5 minutes, and he said that he got the increment of rewarded video ratio here. As soon as they just give that feature, player loves it, and he said that they really engaged with this strategy.
By the way, we have less than a minute before Zoom finishes the meeting. So if you want, we can give a break, or if you are just starting, we can continue without giving a break. It's your choice. What do you think?
No, I'm okay. If the rest of us is okay, I think I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Like we can immediately continue.
Okay, then I'm going to send you a link right away.
Okay.